Okay, so we figured out how to add text that's a string. It would be nice if we could also add numbers. So I'm going to add, actually I'm going to copy this constructor because I want to be able to add maybe a label and a number. So if I say here text string label int number, and I'm going to do my trick here with this, and now I've got a label for the string, and so I'm gonna basically pass on whatever comes to this constructor. I'm going to pass it over to this one. So I have to put in a number here. So for a default number, I'm going to use, if you look in the integer class in the Java docs, there's this thing called min value, a constant holding the minimum value that an int can have, which is -2 raised to the 31st power. And the reason I'm going to use that as a default value, we'll see a little bit later why I want to do that. But so I'm going to say here integer dot min value, and that, so basically anything that comes in here, we'll end up calling this constructor, but number will be min value. Okay, so to be able to use this, I have to have integer. Let's see, integer, actually that might be okay. Let me try compiling that. Yeah, because integer is part of the java.lang package, so we don't need a special import statement for that. So now we have this business, so we have a label and a number. So what does that mean? So here what we can do is, well, let's try this first. Let's say we know we can concatenate a string with a number, right? So let's compile that and close. And if we compile that whole thing, now look, we have hello world and that great big, and hola mundo and konnichiwa, and that great big negative integer. So that's not exactly what we wanted. So what we can do about that is we can put in a little if statement. We can say if number equals this min value, then we'll just draw the string. So we'll leave out that part. Else, we'll draw the label and the string. So what does that do for us? Well, now when we recompile the whole thing, we no longer see the number because we're only printing the number if it's not this minimum value here. But we can, if we want, create a new text string that has, let's say, score, and I'm going to stick in a space here because I want a space between my label and my number, and let's say score is 34, and there it is, a score of 34. Okay, so in that case what we did was we used this constructor. We said, you know, score colon space for the label and 34 for the number, and we drew that. We drew that string. And what else? Oh, what if we just want a number? So we can put in let's put in another constructor for just a number. Let's just say int number. And in that case, we can just have an empty string and the number. Okay, so what happens here? Well, here we're passing again over to this constructor. We're saying I want an empty string and a number. And if we concatenate an empty string with a number, we'll just get a string that has that number in it. Okay, so we'll just be able to do that. So we can then also, if we want to use that constructor with just the number in it, you just say 57, then we have just 57. All right, so now our text constructor can build us some text with just a string, or with just a number, or with a number and or with a label and a number.